Oh, my little stumpy rod. Whoa, me rod holder, look at me rod holder. It saved it. When most people think of Lake Mulwala, they think of fancy boats, fancy fish finders, live scopes, large lures, and people targeting big cod. Well, today I'm going to be fishing the lake in a way that you've probably never seen it fished before. Hey, you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. I'm down here at the old Majors Creek boat ramp. A lot of people probably don't even know that years ago there used to be 2 boat ramps here at Majors Creek. You can probably make one out up there. That's the main boat ramp. It's just been renovated and it's had a fancy little jetty put there and everything. But when I was a kid, you'd drive down Majors Creek. If you went left you'd go to that boat ramp. If you went right, you'd come to this boat ramp. And you can see the boat ramp still there, but obviously it's not used. It's been locked away for years. Anyway, back then, we used to put shrimp nets in here to catch shrimp for our fishing bait, and we'd catch blackfish, freshwater blackfish in our shrimp nets. Now, I want to know whether there's still any here or not. So I've come down here with two rods, both baited up with worms, and I'm going to see if I can catch a shrimp. Now, it's a bit early to, blackfish, sorry. It's a bit early to catch a blackfish. So I'm going to put these out a bit further and see if I can catch a yellow belly or a carp or something. Then right on dark, I'm going to get this short rod and just lower it in here around these logs and just see whether there's any blackfish still in here or not. Let's get the first line out. Now, the first line's out, and that is a running sinker rig. The second line, the one I'm going to put in close to these tree roots later on, is a paternoster rig, and I'm just going to throw that out there for now. It's going to be a bit tricky with the wind, but we'll see how we go. Right, both lines are in. I'm going to come and wash my hands, and I'm going to walk down the old ramp. Look at the old boat ramp. I used to back my car down here and launch my boat in here. This tree was always a good wind break. I'm wishing I'd brought a time-lapse camera with me to get a time-lapse of the sun going down, but I didn't. But I have got my snake cam, little selfie stick here. That extends really long, and that folds back. What I reckon I might do is lean it up against that tree later on and put it in time-lapse mode and see if I can use this to get a time-lapse. But I'll just wait till the sun goes down a bit more first. Have a look at all the smoke in the air. There's a whole heap of burning off just behind me over there, and it is literally raining embers as I sit here. There's little black embers just wafting down from a nearby stubble burn off. Oh, my little stumpy rod. Whoa, me rod holder, look at me rod holder. It saved it. Did you see that? Me Simon Humphrey rod holder saved me stumpy rod. It's a yellow belly. Yeah, it's a carpio, I think. That's a carp. The little me Simon Humphrey rod holder just saved my fishing rod from being pulled in then. Folks, I'm on the board with a little carp. Thought it was a yellow belly. It's that round. Have a look at how round it is. It's round. As I put a couple of fresh janjuck worms on, I'm just thinking that carp was about 30 centimetres long. You'd have to think that in this lake that would have a pretty short life expectancy. If you're watching this video from overseas or you just don't know much about Murray cod or Murray cod fishing, there are Murray cod in this lake up to and maybe even over 130 centimetres long. That's over 4 foot long. They are enormous. Not a lot, but they turn up from time to time. Anyway, paternoster rig, back in. I wonder if I'm the only person on this entire lake at the moment that's not actually targeting Murray cod. I'll certainly welcome a cod if I catch one. That'd be great. But if I was targeting them, I'd have heavier line, bigger hooks, and probably cheese or a yabby or a barty grub. But I'm happy to sitting here with a couple of light rods, baited with worms, trying to catch a yellow belly or a smaller cod or a carp or just anything. I'm happy hooking. And here comes a bait now. I've got no idea whether that time lapse is facing the right way or not. It appears to be. Hopefully it's not too crooked. Something on that, look at it pulling. what's going on with this? What has happened to the... There's a fish on it. That was really weird. It's wrapped around something now. It's still pulling. I can feel it pulling. A bit of weight on it. That was a really weird bite. I set my time-lapse camera up against that tree there, and then this just started pulling. There's quite a bit of weight on it. I think it's wrapped around something though. I think it's quite a heavy fish. It's wrapped around a snag. That's a bit disappointing. I might just leave it sit there for a second, see if it swims out. This pulling line, I'm just reeling this one in, and this other one's pulling drag. I don't like to give it slack because obviously the hook can fall out of the fish's mouth, but I'm going to give it some slack and to see if it swims. Look, something's taking up the slack. The fish is still there. Is it away from the snag though? No. I don't want to lose it because it's the way there's something different. Oh, snapped. Wrapped around a stick and snapped. That's a real pain in the backside. I had to put some fresh worms on the running sinkery because it had lost all its bait. I put that out first. I've got to completely tie a new rig onto the little stumpy rod. I don't mind losing fish if I get to see them, but when I don't get to see the fish, that's when I get a bit disheartened. And that's what just happened. I didn't see it. Check this out. I've put a lot of thought into this, but I've got my camera set up on a tripod. Get it? Like a tripod, but it's made out of a tree. Come on, take it, and got him. Fair way out, but I got him. Oh, don't snag me. Oh no, it's up on the surface. Oh, he got off. That's two I've lost. No way. Oh, so frustrating. So frustrating. I'll put a fresh wormy on and get it straight back in. There's not a second to lose. Ow. Look at all those wormies. Just out there I was. I just put it straight back where it was. The running sinker rig just had a fair old bite. Okay, something's still playing with it, and got him. Right, don't lose this one. I've lost the last two fish. I'm holding it really high to keep it out of the snags. Oh no, can you believe it? I've lost 3 fish on this rod. 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 fish on my running sinker rod. In the words of John McEnroe, you cannot be serious. Folks, I've missed the hook up. I'm holding the rod up high. Surely, this has got to be a carp by the way it's going way over there. Wrapping it around all the branches, and I was just in the middle of rebaiting my short stumpy rod. Let me at least see this one, please. Just let me at least see it. My drag's a bit tight. I just pulled my lines into... I didn't realise I was actually filming. It's fighting like a carp, this one. It's a carp. And right about now is when I realised that I totally forgot to bring a landing net. I was just in the middle of rebaiting my other short little stumpy rod. You know, the other fish that I've lost haven't taken off like this one. How am I going to get this up without a landing net? Never even thought, never entered my head. You say I came down here chasing blackfish. I was hoping to catch blackfish around these roots, but I'm having too much fun fishing out there. I don't want to reel one in and move it in closer. All right, this may not work, but I'm going to try it. It's a pretty chunky fish to be landing without a net. Never know. Never know. You never know your luck in the big lake, isn't that right? Gone. Well, I know my luck now. It's been an afternoon of losses here at Lake Mulwala. I've lost about 5 fish. I've only actually landed one little carp, and one that I'm going to count as landed. It's only because I stupidly forgot my landing net that I didn't get it up on the bank, and I've hooked and lost a few other fish. Once the sun set, I didn't get any more bites from fish, just lots of little fast little taps, probably from shrimp. I've just had a wonderful afternoon. Thank you all very much for watching.